The following is a presentation of the HAN Network, the leader for local news, sports, and more in southwestern Connecticut.
Dunning Field on the campus of New Canaan High School. This is the HAN Network's coverage of FCAC Girls Lacrosse. The defending Class M state champion New Canaan Rams getting set to host the Staples Wreckers. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for tuning in. Frank Granito standing alongside Kevin Coleman. Kevin, a game that has seen about 3 or 4 different start times now this afternoon, but the girls are going to battle through the elements. We will see lacrosse played here today.
Yeah, at first it was games postponed, then it is on, and now Staples running a little late. Game got pushed back a little bit. Good to see that the officials have arrived, and we are going to play lacrosse. Weather is a little bit of a factor, but it's not too bad as originally thought in the forecast. Forecast said it was going to be torrential downpour, but it looks like it's going to, the rain for at the moment is going to stay at a pause. Just a light sprinkle right now, but they're playing on turf. I don't expect this to be too much of a factor. You know, this is a game that, you know, can be played in the rain. And, you know, this is a New Canaan and Staples team that, you know, this is a good lacrosse program for both sides, and I think they're going to adjust to the weather.
There was some concern from coaching staff that thunder and lightning might play a role, but we don't expect that to be in the forecast. There will be on and off showers throughout the afternoon, so heavier rain will occur at times. Wind could be a factor, gusts reaching up between 20 to 30 miles per hour. In the end, do you see this possibly playing into the Wreckers' favor now and slowing down a Rams team who will come into this match as the favorite at home?
It could, and coming into this, we know how good defensively New Canaan can be. And, you know, is that something that Staples can try and get by tonight, especially with this rain? You never know. This could play a factor for the Wreckers, or since it's home at Dunning Field, this could play a factor, you know, for a home advantage for the New Canaan Rams.
Looking at the standings, Staples off to a great start. They're 3-1 in the FCAC, 5-3 overall, second place in the West Division. The Rams currently tied for first in the East, undefeated in the conference, 5-0, 6-2 on the year. Those 2 losses coming out of state as well. And for New Canaan, they're just looking to stay on that crash course for Saturday afternoon when the Blue Wave runs to town. Both those teams sitting undefeated atop the East Division. But a bit of a trap game here, especially when you factor in the elements. New Canaan cannot get caught overlooking the Wreckers this afternoon.
You're right. This is pretty much the toughest stretch of their season for the Rams. You think about it, today, of course, they're taking on Staples, and of course we have the much anticipated double-headed matchup on Saturday for boys and girls lacrosse, New Canaan, Darien here at Dunning Field. Then they're home again against Ward, then they play Yorktown, so bit of a tough stretch for the New Canaan Rams, a big test for them to see how they do against really tough opponents. If you think about it, you know, this is a good Staples team. They missed the FCAC postseason last year, but they are ready to bounce back. They lost in the first round of Class L to Glastonbury, the number 9 seed. And, you know, this is a team that is ready to bounce back and prove something. That, you know, right now the record stands at 3-1. Pretty solid start to the year. But for New Canaan, tough stretch, but can they show that they prove to be one of the top teams here, not only in the FCAC but in the state?
Both teams heading through the stick check line right now, making sure everyone has got a legal pocket as we're just a couple moments away from the opening draw. We'll step aside, and when we get back, FCAC lacrosse action on the home of FCAC Sports, the HAN Network.
Banking well is doing good. That's why, with the support of local community partners, Bankwell has launched the Bankwell Pet Adoption Project, to boost awareness about the hundreds of animals in local shelters that need a home. And when you donate to the cause using the Bankwell self-service coin machines, we'll match your donation. For details, visit mybankwell.com/pleaseadoptme. Bank smart, bank local, bank well.
On time, done right, safe and reliable. MrHandymanCT.com.
Let our satisfied customers tell it.
I have called Mr. Handyman for every reason, every occasion, every broken item, every leak. They have bailed me out on many occasions, and I would recommend them to anyone.
For any project, large or small.
MrHandymanCT.com.
Have a sports injury or a slip and fall that needs immediate care? Coastal Ortho Express Urgent Care gives you direct access to an orthopedic specialist fast, without an appointment. Biking, golf, tennis, soccer, whatever the sports injury is, sprain or fracture, Coastal Ortho Express can help. Coastal Ortho Express Urgent Care open Monday through Saturday, now at 3 locations: 131 Kings Highway North in Westport, the iPark building at 761 Main Avenue, Norwalk, and 36 Old Kings Highway South in Darien. Or go to coastalorthoexpress.com, like them on Facebook.
If you're watching this broadcast, you're not alone. The HAN network is available for 200,000 Connecticut cable customers on the Frontier Network, and we've also reached more than 2 million viewers on our free live streaming sports, news, and entertainment broadcasts. To reach our rapidly growing audience, contact Advertising Director Jessica Murrin at 203-273-7312 or email jessica@han.network.
Back on the HAN Network, Frank Granito and Kevin Coleman. Girls lacrosse action coming up on the HAN Network. New Canaan and Staples getting set for the opening draw. Originally scheduled for 4 o'clock this afternoon, but as Kevin mentioned, weather has pushed us back to a 4:50 start time is what it will end up being. The Wreckers come in having lost 3 of their past 4. Last Thursday, they fell to Darien 19-8. Bounced back then with a win over St. Joe's 18-4, and then 2 one-goal losses, 12-11 against Conard, 10-9 against Ward coming into this game. The Rams, winners of 4 straight, 15-11 over Wilton, 18-9 over McMahon, 10-8 against Ludlow, and 9-8 against Northport from New York. New Canaan has been good in tight games this year, Kevin. Having won by 1, by 2, and by 3. The only tough loss really on the short end out of state against North Shore. That was a 7-6 loss in overtimes. It's going to be Campbell Armstrong and Megan Johnson on the opening draw. The Wreckers in all blue will move from right to left to start this game. The Rams in the all white going from left to right. The goalies for both teams, we're going to see Caroline O'Day in net for the Rams. And on the other side will be Alexa Morrow. As a foul committed by the Wreckers to start this one, and the Rams onto the attack as we're underway from Dunning. Armstrong with it here as the rain continues to fall. We'll see showers throughout this game, heavier at times, and the wind will be a factor as you can hear it swirling around Dunning Stadium. Back up top and controlling now is Julia Ozimek. Having a great year for the Rams is the junior. And it's interesting, Kevin, how strong the defensive unit has been for the Rams to this point in the season. When you think about losing senior captain Ellery Barron for the year to a torn ACL, but players have picked up the slack on the back end and done a tremendous job.
Yeah, it's a big loss to lose someone like Ellery to an awful injury, too. You know, they expect her to be almost like an All-American this year, but great opportunity here and a goal scored for New Canaan to start the game.
Free position converted. It is Campbell Armstrong with her first at the 1:02 mark, and it is 1-0 Rams.
You talk about Campbell Armstrong, the other captain, along with Ellery, you know, stepping it up, but it's the underclassmen, too, that have done a really nice job stepping things up on the defensive end. You're right, Frank, doing a nice job, and, you know, speaking to the coaching staff, you know, they know they have some underclassmen that are on the rise, some freshmen, too, that are stepping up, some sophomores. So good to see that the Rams have some underclassmen for the future of this program.
New Canaan always going to be one of the most talented teams in the conference. Kristen Woods does such a great job getting her players prepared to compete not only in the FCIAC but against some of the Northeast best programs. The big issue this year is consistency in goal. Caroline O'Day and Cameron Blair are both into their second year now as goaltenders. They did a great job as rookies last season, and now they're looking to avoid those sophomore slumps, step up, and be able to hang around with the Darieans and the other programs that the Rams will constantly compete against. As inside, and a shot goes wide to the left of Morrow that time. But the Rams back on possession, unable to control it. Originally was Lauren Biseglia.
You talk about Caroline O'Day. She gets the start today after having a good performance last game.
As Armstrong quickly strikes again, going down low, beating Morrow through the 5-hole, and it is 2-0 Rams.
Good start here for the Rams. Not only for that, but it's a good start for Campbell Armstrong, the captain. Already 2 goals to her name. Nice move there. Blowing by a defender, gets it through the 5-hole. Just like that, it's 2-0.
Armstrong, a huge player on the Rams state championship team last season. Having to replace a lot of key players like Samantha Stewart, Mia Carroll, Kylie Murphy, Catherine Granito, a very storied class here at New Canaan, but Armstrong has done a great job stepping into that senior leadership role. As for the 3rd time to start the game, coming away with a draw control was Carly Bucci. On the right side, slowing it down momentarily. Let's back up top with Bucci, who goes over to Armstrong. Armstrong with the lane towards the net again. 3rd shot of the night, and it is in. The natural hat trick for Armstrong to start this one.
What a start for Campbell Armstrong. Just like that, a hat trick. Almost the same move she made when she scored her 2nd goal. Just cutting around a defender. Gets that step ahead. Goes far corner, it goes in. Great shot.
She just found time and space on that right wing about 6 yards out, and huge fan of seeing girls shoot down low. We talk about it a lot in the boys game. Just not enough goalies are tested at their feet, especially early on in games when they haven't really seen live action yet.
And that's the spot where you really have to aim. You know, you talk about in a lot of sports that, you know, lacrosse is one of them. You have to aim low, not instead of aiming high like hockey. You got to aim low as well. Great shot selection there. And the senior proving why she's the captain of this team.
As they will redo the draw. This one comes out clean. And finally able to come away with a draw control are the Wreckers. Colleen Bannon controls that one. Staples will have their first possession now. Moving up ahead is Samantha Pacillo. Over to the right side, and here is Samantha Jabicki.
And finally, Staples getting their turn on possession.
Well, that's one of the other benefits to having Campbell Armstrong. As great as she has been on offense all season long, those draw controls are one of her biggest strengths, and you know how important it is having a good face-off boy or girl in this conference. There's a quick shot there and a save made by O'Day out of the stick of Nigerian. And then a foul called against Christine Taylor, so O'Day will have plenty of time and space to work with from her own crease on the clearing attempt.
Nice save there by O'Day. Good look for the Staples Wreckers, but an even better save. And wow, just look at this possession here already. Moving on the attack of the Rams.
Here is Gianna Bruno getting her first action of the night as she works behind the net. Pass on the left wing, and Armstrong controls, but sends up top to Bucci with 21-20 just gone by. First quarter. The Rams leading 3-0, and another free position opportunity coming. This time, it'll be Carly Bucci.
It was on Megan Johnson. Stick went a little too high. Good opportunity here for the Rams.
12 yards out on the right post, and the shot to the stick side. Able to score is Bucci. It is 4-0 Rams early on.
What a dominant start here for the Rams. Already 4-0.
Just 4:01 into the first half.
Wreckers have to find a way to slow these attackmen down of the Rams. Carly Bucci, great job. Campbell Armstrong, great start.
4-0 is Staples struggling on the defensive end. How much of this would you credit to the short break between getting off the bus and the start of this game, Kev?
The short break does hurt a little bit. You saw how New Canaan, that's an easy call. That's just out of frustration there, I think.
As Armstrong lost the goggles. It was Colleen Bannon who got up a little too high with that stick. Officials are going to make sure she's okay.
And listen, it's a bitter day. These girls aren't wearing gloves either. So when you get hit like that and even get a little sting on the hands there on a day like this, that's going to sting a little extra.
So Bannon goes to the box, and a man advantage opportunity for the Rams now. They'll look to expand the lead. Pass inside. And one towards the back door couldn't be completed, but running over to chase that down was Brooke Dean. Back up to Osniak, and now here's Bucci. All the time in the world as the Rams, in no hurry, can be very patient with the man advantage in a 4-0 lead, just above the 5-minute mark here in the first half.
Back to your question, Frank. I think, New Canaan had a lot of time to get ready. You see it right there.
Great look inside from Bucci, and Biseglia able to convert. The sophomore scores her first of the afternoon. It is 5-0, and a timeout is going to be taken by the Wreckers as they try to regroup. All Rams early on. More high school lacrosse coming up after this on the HAN Network.
At the Milford Bank, we offer an extensive selection of lending products and services to meet virtually any need. Submit your application online in our Mortgage Web Center. Start to finish, you can apply for a loan in as little as 10 minutes. Our knowledgeable and helpful staff are available to meet with you at your convenience. To learn more about what we can do for you, stop by one of our Milford Bank offices or visit us at milfordbank.com. The Milford Bank, always there. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Spring has sprung at Walter Stewart's Market, and we're celebrating the new season with fresh takes on spring. From the finest produce around to guaranteed fresh seafood delivered daily by the best local supplier. Not only are we your time-saving one-stop shop for everything you need this season, our personable team is always ready with a helping hand. Shop Stewart's for the best of spring. Find us at 229 Elm Street, New Canaan, or shop online at stewartsmarket.com.
It's the InSports Athletic Functional Movement Assessment Program.
A program that uses a camera, the same camera that you use with an Xbox video game.
What it involves is 3 phases. One is the initial test, which will give you a very objective and lengthy assessment of how you are moving and where there may be imbalances.
Once test gets the results from the assessment, we'll develop a customized program for the individual.
The objective really to try to get as many young athletes through this program as possible.
Back at New Canaan High School, all Rams early on. They lead 5-0, and we'll have another minute and 26 of power play time to work with. Colleen Bannon is sitting down for the Wreckers right now after a hit to the head of Campbell Armstrong, which might be the only way to slow her down right now, Kev. She scored the game's first 3 goals. Since then, Bucci and Bisegli have helped add on to the Rams' lead.
And that's why they call that timeout there, just to try at least to slow some of this pace down, because, man, what a start for New Canaan Rams. The Wreckers have to find a way defensively to shut down a Campbell Armstrong and a Carly Bucci. The two of them have been excellent in this first half.
The Rams have been very good on draw control so far. Another one controlled by Bucci. That's her 4th of the afternoon, but a pass handcuffed her original target, Braden Dial. The Rams able to recover now, and with a minute of man advantage time left, they look to strike again. Inside Osmiak, she shoots down low to the left side. It bounces upstairs. 6-0, New Canaan rolling.
What a great look by the Rams. Great passing. It all started with Bucci on the draw play. Back down to Bisceglia. Great pass down to Ojamek. She finishes. And again, what a great start this is for the Canaan Rams.
Not quite what the Wreckers were expecting coming into this matchup. Looking to remain just a game behind Greenwich in the standings. But the Rams firing on all cylinders as they inch closer and closer to their showdown with Darien this weekend.
It's a frustrating start here for the Wreckers. You know, not only is the weather not the best today, but you know, at first, rumors were saying that this game was going to be postponed. So their mindset was thinking that this game is going to be not happening, and then they find out it is happening. They get pushed back. They arrive late. Didn't have a lot of time to warm up. It's a frustrating start here for the Wreckers.
Frustrating to say the least. They trail 6-0, but a good opportunity here in transition as up ahead comes Kyle Kirby. She retreats into the end zone just underneath the shadow of the high school, and will slow it down as there are 20 seconds remaining to the Rams' man advantage. So the Wreckers will hope to find some more luck back at even strength. Kirby working to her right, trying to find lane to shoot. Couldn't do so, and hands back for Christine Taylor. She lets a shot go, and O'Day with her second save of the afternoon. The sophomores look strong when called upon so far.
Good shot by Christine Taylor. Even better save by O'Day. Those are two really nice saves here early on in the first half.
Up ahead, Bruno couldn't control that pass. Ground ball opportunity. Controlling it momentarily and drawing the foul was Biseckley, so the Rams will hold on as Bannon is out of the box, and we're back to even.
Foul's going to be on number 8, Samantha Pasillo of the Wreckers.
As Bruno looking to find a lane to the net. Circles all the way around, pass out in front, making a play there. What a save by Morrow in front.
That's probably the best save we've seen her make so far early on in this first half. A great look for the Rams. I really like the passing right now that they're making inside their offensive end.
She denied Braden Dial on the doorstep. Dial is checking right around her lip. Might have taken a stick there looking for blood. And there's a whistle here on the far side of the field. They're going to allow her to go off and seek the help of the trainer, Diane Murphy, for the Rams.
We'll see a substitution for the New Canaan Rams.
Senior Tigger Nesbitt will come join the play.
Great name.
It's the wonderful thing about Tigger. As an errant pass here sails over the head of a wrecker. Kathleen Cozy just couldn't climb the ladder for that one. Those are mistakes that Staples cannot afford right now. 17-19 remaining in the first half, and the New Canaan lead up to 6 now. As it has been all Rams early on here on a wet spring day in Fairfield County.
April showers, my friend. April showers.
They bring May flowers. But what do May flowers bring, Kevin?
The FCIAC postseason.
I was looking for pilgrims, but we will take that. Bill Brown on his toes down there running the scoreboard this afternoon. As fleeing the crease that time and intercepting the pass was Morrow.
Great job by Morrow there. Good instincts.
Here's Ellie Fair with it, looking for help, and she's going to go back to Morrow. All the way across, and taking that one off a hop was Olivia Troy. Not a name we remember from the Wreckers' winter season as one of the captains for the basketball team. Now up ahead, here's Abby Naharian. She works towards the front of the net. Spins off a check from Bucci. Now it's back up top and slowed down by Bannon. Wreckers have had 2 shots on goal to this point in the match, but O'Day has stopped them both. As Bannon looking for something to do here. Guarded tightly by Osniak. We've seen her up on the offensive end, but just as effective defensively for the Rams.
We're seeing that with a bunch of attackmen for the New Canaan Rams coming back and playing great defense.
As an opportunity here goes off the right post. Kyle Kirby just missed a great chance there.
And again, the frustrating start continues for the Wreckers. A great look inside. Hits right off the post. The woodwork, unfortunate for the Wreckers.
That's Jane Charlton working up ahead. Got a whistle here, and it looked like it might have been an offensive pick. Can't do that, so it's turned over to Staples. You're right, frustrating to say the least after Kirby's last shot rang off the iron. Double team comes. Kirby sends back to Ellie Fair. The not often used bounce pass goes over to Bannon, down to Naharian, and back up top.
You got to be careful of that bounce pass, especially on a day like this. May not necessarily bounce like it usually would on turf on a regular day.
Lights have been turned on here at Dunning Field. We'll see if the Wreckers can shine in that time. Another offensive foul called, and it's turned over again. They have not had too many so far, but 3 or 4 turnovers have really hurt the Wreckers' chances to chip away at this lead. Gianna Bruno up ahead, pass to the middle. As joining the play and finishing there is Ozniak. Give Bruno the assist. It is 7-0 with 14:06 to go.
And again, it all starts with the offensive turnover on the Wreckers. The Canaan Rams move up the field real fast. Great pass by Gianna Bruno, showcasing that skill. Great shot, great finish for the Rams. 7-0 early on.
We are going to see Bucci come over, take the draw now.
It's good to see that Braden Dial is back in after getting looked at by the training staff.
Elizabeth DiMarino, one of the freshmen who's played big minutes for the Rams this year, gets her first action as she checks in just to the right of the draw control, but Bucci will take it herself. Well done there. Rain starting to pick up a little bit here with under 14 minutes to play in the first half. 7-0 New Canaan. As Campbell Armstrong broke open the scoring just over a minute into this first half, and the Rams have not let up since. Armstrong right back on it again, collecting a ground ball after an errant pass in the slot. There's Dial now, as Kevin mentioned, back from being examined by the training staff. And Bruno wants to isolate. Beat her defender off the dodge. Big save there as Morrow kicked it aside.
Great save by Morrow. Good little hesitation there by Bruno.
Switching to the left hand is Dial. Nice finish inside. Another assist for Bucci.
Great look inside by Bucci. And great finish by Dial. Switch the hands. Pretty goal.
Exactly 1 minute after Ozemek's second goal.
People's umbrellas are getting broken out there.
You can see this rain's causing all sorts of trouble for the
rain
for
and
the
heavy
audience here.
winds picking up.
Got umbrellas breaking.
Bucci again on the draw. Against Kyle Kirby, who's called for the false start. And it's going right back to the Rams. And if you're Staples right now, Kevin, what do you have to do defensively just to sort of right the ship here?
Well, there's a lot you have to do. You got to do a better job guarding the big-time goal scorers like Bucci, like Campbell Armstrong. Try and shut them down as best as you could.
As Dial couldn't control that pass in the middle. Battle for a loose ball here. As they're still looking for this one. And a foul called.
And at the same time, I mean, yes, Bucci and Armstrong are having great starts, but, you know, there's so much depth on the offensive end today You know, they're getting everyone involved, which is why the score is 8-0 early on. Everyone's contributing, not only on the offensive end, but the defensive end as well.
As the wind really picking up now. And a pass intercepted by Dial.
Dial's been really playing well ever since coming back in, scoring a goal, doing some nice passing, and getting that big steal.
Rams will slow it down now as Charlton, that's Jane, hands over to DiMarino. Goes all the way behind the net and finds Bucci up top on the 15-yard line on the left side. Leading by 8, the Rams slow it down a little bit. No urgency to this attack just yet. As the Wreckers stay inside that man defense. Biseglia crossed one defender over, couldn't slip past the double team. And Bucci wants it in the middle now. She was open for a moment. Dial spins back to the left side. Over to Bucci. She wanted to shoot, but a shooting space foul has been called and a free position awarded to the Rams with 11-10 left in the first.
Good opportunity here for Carly Bucci. It's net her second of the day.
She goes down low, and Morrow not quick enough to get down. 9-0, 11:03 to play.
I don't think a lot of people expected the score to be like it is right now. 9-0. We're still a little less than halfway through this first half. Really tough start here for the Wreckers.
Staples is currently the 5th overall team in the FCIAC. If the season ended today, they would be playing against Wilton in a first round.
You see right there. And you almost thought they were going to win that draw. It goes out of bounds. And it's like they may redo the draw again.
It's going to be the case as Kirby and Bucci will reset at midfield. 10:44 remaining in the first half. And Bucci again coming away with a draw. Great job defensively there. It's jumping into the lane. Momentarily was Samantha Pasilio.
It just seems like the Rams are at the right spot at the right moment. You know, everyone's doing their own specific job, which is making this a nightmare for the Wreckers.
As Bruno wanted to let a shot go there, but another shooting space infraction is going to be called. Rams have been good on free position so far. They've converted 3 of 4 to this point. Looking to jump up to 80% as Gianna Bruno can't convert. Morrow, another big save. This could be 12 or 13 right now, Kevin, if not for Alexa Morrow.
Great save there by Alexa Morrow. Gets that glove up. Makes a nice save.
As Ellie Fair draws the foul off Braden Dial. And she works up ahead. Tried to shake a defender there. Walled off to the outside. And Bannon will reset.
You know, even though they're down 9-0, it'd be nice to see the Wreckers get a good possession here.
Well, a good look that time from the stick of Megan Johnson. But another big save by O'Day. She's going to have to vacate the crease soon. She handed one off to the right side, and finally able to convert are the Wreckers. It is Christine Taylor off the assist from Bannon, and there will be no shutout today. At the 15:56 mark, Staples is on the board.
Bad turnover by the New Canaan Rams, taken away by Bannon. She passes over to Christine Taylor. Nice finish. And the Wreckers get on the board.
Bannon is credited with the assist. As O'Day was trying to connect with Maisie Hennessy off to the left side of the cage. You'd have to think a little bit of a rush pass as she was running out of time on that 4-second crease violation. Just sort of handcuff Hennessy a little bit. Good pressure from Colleen Bannon, though, to force that turnover. Great awareness to fire it inside, and a good job to finish by Taylor. Right after O'Day had made her 4th save of the afternoon.
And that goal put a little, you could tell, put a little life into Staples to get the possession back here.
As Kyle Kirby won her first draw control of the afternoon, taking one from Bucci. Holly Fair up top.
And you see right there, great defense by the New Canaan Rams, shuffling their feet. You're going to see a penalty here.
Inside, the flag came out. Could be a push as rain's starting to pick up. Looks like another heavy patch coming our way here in the next 15 minutes or so. Foul's going to go against Ozniak. And Fair, the Wreckers' first free position opportunity. O'Day waiting just 15 yards away for the shot, and she read it all the way. Quick stick, better save. That's 5 here in the first half for the Rams goaltender.
Another great save by O'Day. Doing a great job net mining for the New Canaan Rams.
Ground ball picked up by the Wreckers after a turnover. Gwyneth Thalacker couldn't control that pass. Stepping into the brick wall that was Ozniak was Christine Taylor there. But this is not a contact sport, so the foul called. An opportunity for Staples here. Taylor will slow it down, looking for help now. Stuck to the outside. She hands to her left with Megan Johnson waiting for that pass. Johnson slipped through a couple of defenders and another save made. O'Day looked like she got a piece of it.
That was a great move inside by Megan Johnson. A little hesitation there. Gets by 2 defenders. Great save by O'Day. But again, another great look for the Staples Wreckers.
Need to be careful because Samantha Jabicki is waiting on that back door. It's going to be Naharian off the reset. She pulls this one out with 6:20 remaining in the first half. 9-1 Rams. They scored the game's first 9 goals before Christine Taylor was able to break through for the Wreckers just under the 16-minute mark.
Boy, Megan Johnson's got a lot of speed there. You see it trying to get by a defender. She draws the free possession here.
As the pass towards the middle was deflected, and waiting there to recover a ground ball is Taylor.
I would have liked to see Megan Johnson shoot that instead of hesitating, coming back out. But Staples Wreckers do hang on to the ball. And you see right there another bad turnover.
And the ground ball picked up by Charlton. That's Jane. Jane, the freshman, number 19, and Lee, the junior, number 20 for the Rams. You were right, though, before that turnover, that possession after the goal, we did see a shot of life into the Wreckers we had not seen yet, and they're right back on it again after another costly New Canaan turnover.
This is what they need to do here. Even though the score is 9-1, keep New Canaan out of their offensive end.
Bannon behind the net. Watch closely there by the combination of O'Day along with Caroline Shue.
Again, Megan Johnson doing a great job going by defenders. Earns herself another free possession.
This one 12 yards out, just off the left goalpost. O'Day staring her down again. And they're going to move her over to the hash marks here. But she'll gain 1.5 yards in the process. Has some room on the short side. We'll see if she tries it, but a group of Rams collapse to the crease. No shot able to be let go.
Great job again defensively by the New Canaan Rams. You see why the coaching staff told us that's one of their strong assets.
As Naharian let a shot go there, sailed wide on the right side. Race for possession, and what hustle coming from Elizabeth DiMarino as the freshman won the race and the Rams take over.
Yeah, if you want to earn some quality varsity minutes, you show that hustle. Great job by DiMarino.
And Shu sprinting up ahead. There's a foul being called. It's a illegal pick again.
It's going to be called on Dial.
1-6 with the body. Got that elbow out there, impeding the Wreckers' defense. So now 3:30 remaining. The last 5 minutes of time have been all Staples, but they've only been able to come through with one goal. As Bucci sends over to the right side, and drawing the foul that time was Jane Charlton. Up ahead through a couple of defenders. Crosses the 30. And tried to center one there for Bisegli, but the opportunity denied. Good job by Alexis Micel. The results have not been there offensively, Kev, but give a lot of credit to the effort and hustle from the Wreckers in the second half of this first half. A shot here and another save by O'Day. Speaking with goalie coach Jason Cooper before the game, this was not the impression he was selling Caroline O'Day with.
Hey, you mentioned that she's had some great games.
She's played very well this
down
year.
The stretch, and that's why she was rewarded with the start today, and she's proven why she deserves to play some varsity minutes.
They were saying they were going to need some excellent performances, near perfect performance from her moving forward if they wanted to get back atop the FCAC. And she is showing she is not only deserved to be the starter, but is one of the elite in this conference.
And you know what? A game like this where she can make some great saves and get on a roll can boost her confidence for, hey, look who's on Saturday, Darien. What if she comes out and plays like this again? She's playing, lights out, that could really put a halter on Darien's offense, which could make a close game. We know how good Darien girls team can be, but this could really be a boost of confidence for O'Day.
Under 2 minutes to go, showing off the wheels that time, both Nicole Dienst and Jane Charlton as she hawked her down from behind. A great check as Dienst almost had a clear path all the way to the cage, looking to go end-to-end that time. As Bucci up ahead, so quick when the ball's interstick, just finds the right teammate and gets it out of there. One of the best clearing conversions we've seen all afternoon with under a minute 15 remaining in the first half. Rams leading 9-1. We'll see if they want to run out some clock here or if they look to strike a couple more times in the final 60 seconds as there is less than a minute to play. Heading towards the front, Bisegli, a foul called here. And a free position coming for the Rams. Rain picking up, wind starting to gust. We're expecting anywhere between 25 to 35 miles per hour of wind gusts. And temperatures in the low 50s as Bisegli all the way to the cage finishes for the second time this afternoon. The lead back to 9. It is 10-1 Rams.
Great job there by Lauren Bisceglia. Gets rewarded with a free possession. Gets inside. Great finish past Morrow. With defenders on her, too. Great finish.
With just 49 seconds remaining in the first half.
And you can tell the rain is coming down a lot harder now than it was at the beginning of the game.
Few fans have chose to brave the elements today, and some have already been sent home. We've seen several umbrellas turned inside out.
Well, Frank, this is a perfect day to sit back on your couch and pull up the HAN network and watch this game from home.
Whether that's via HAN.network, or if you're watching on the HAN Network app. And fans, if you're having any issues with your HAN Network app, you're not getting the notifications you used to get, what you'll need to do is just delete the app and download our updated version in both the Apple and the Google Store, as it is available for both Samsung and iPhones. Again, the HAN Network app. As there's under 30 seconds left to play, the Wreckers hoping they can cut the lead down one more time, but that's where you see the rain playing a factor, as that one slipped right out of the pocket of Christine Taylor. Turned over, and with 21 seconds left, we'll see how quick the Rams can get upfield and if they're able to get a shot off here. Controlling there was Caitlin Hevesy. Up to the middle. DiMarino with it. And now another opportunity coming in, firing down low, and a huge save from Morrow on Brooke Dean.
Great save by Morrow. 4.7 seconds left. Looked like New Canaan Rams were about to tally another one to go into the locker room.
Good job hustling by Alexa Mizell to make sure the Wreckers could maintain possession. But that a lone positive in what was a disappointing first half for Staples. All Rams from Dunning Field. 10-1 at the end of the first half. We will step aside, be back with more high school lacrosse after this on the HAN Network.
You don't have to go far for authentic Neapolitan cuisine and renowned wood-fire pizza. Pizzeria Loretano of Bethel is a contemporary Italian bistro, specializing in authentic wood-fired brick oven pizza Napolitana. Pizzeria Loretano was named one of America's top 1,000 Italian restaurants in 2008 by Zagat, and recommended by Jane and Michael Stern on National Public Radio's Splendid Table. Located close to the Bethel Cinema, we focus on quality, and our food is always made to order. Join us for live jazz Sundays from 6 to 8. Find our schedule, menu, and more at pizzerialoretano.com, and like us on Facebook.
We told Dad he could have his office back if he sold 150 cars last month.
Deal's a deal.
Well, Dad, you did it. You get your office back.
Forget it. I'm having too much fun down here. My new goal, 160 cars. Wow. Folks, if you ever wanted a great price on a new Nissan, now is the time.
Right now, lease a 2017 Altima 2.5S for only $99 a month.
Isn't it time you got Millerized?
Did you know heart attacks and strokes are the leading cause of death in America? Protect the health of you and your loved ones. Talk to a doctor about heart disease. Hi, I'm Dr. David Pazer with ProHealth Physicians, encouraging you to stay informed about health matters that affect you.
ProHealth Physicians is on the pulse of social media to share information about health and nutrition with the community. Get up-to-the-minute alerts, including ProHealth Physicians news and upcoming events. Connecticut's leading group of primary care doctors is just a click away.
At Worcester School, we believe summer is a time for kids to be kids. We provide the safe and nurturing environment for them to find activities that match their interests and allow them to create lasting friendships. Summer at Worcester offers 7 weekly sessions at our Danbury campus from Monday, June 26th through Friday, August 11th for pre-K to grade 8. Find out more about our extended hours, new optional lunch program, and a new low price at summer@worcester.org or 203-830-3921. Summer at Worcester, experience the difference.
At Budget Blinds, we're in business to frame the light, the day, and the night. So we give you an exclusive combination of high style, expert service, our no surprises pricing, and our no questions asked warranty. We believe that everyone, at every budget, deserves style and service. Isn't that a beautiful place to be?
Want a new experience in car buying? No aggravation, no confrontation, just answers to all your questions. Scap Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. Car buying the way you want it to be. With one of the largest selections of new 2- and 4-door Jeep Wranglers available, we are Connecticut's Wrangler headquarters. Located in Fairfield, Connecticut, we're easy to get to. Just 2.5 miles off the Merritt Parkway, exit 44 via Route 58 South. Save thousands right now during the spring clearance event, now through April 30th.
Want to reach new heights in fitness and health goals? Find what you're looking for at Elevation Spin, Train, and TRX in Georgetown, Connecticut. Elevation Spin gives you purposeful spinning workouts inspired by the road. We encourage monitoring of heart rate and energy zones. Elevation also offers customized personal training with dedicated professionals passionate about helping you reach your goals. And let us motivate you to reach greater performance and functionality with TRX suspension training, using your own body weight for an incredible dynamic workout. Located at 4 Old Mill Road in Georgetown, call Elevation at 203-544-9503 or visit elevationspintraintrx.com for more.
UK Gourmet is the largest specialty grocer in the area, featuring food from England, Ireland, Scotland, and Wales. Over 80 teas to choose from and a brilliant assortment of biscuits to go with them. Over 70 cheeses from grass-fed cows, which makes a smashing difference in taste. The creamiest chocolate you'll ever taste using no artificial colors or preservatives. So say hooray for UK Gourmet, 78 Stony Hill Road in Bethel, or visit ukgourmet.us.
The new fishing season is fast approaching, so it's time to head over to the dock shop and get your gear in order. We're now offering bait in both Darien and our Westport location. The dock shop can service and repair your rods and reels, spool up new line, and fill any empty space you might have in your tackle box. Whether you're a fisherman, boater, or beach bum, the dock shop is a unique place to shop. The dock shop, 51 Tokenique Road, Darien, 609 Riverside Avenue, Westport, dockshop.com.
When it comes to considering the outside of your home, just imagine the possibilities. Whether your dream is a stunning freeform pool or a tranquil, secluded garden, the team of professionals at Stonebridge Associates will make it a reality. We offer unparalleled landscape design and construction, masonry development, pools, spas, and water features, as well as landscape and garden maintenance. No other firm can offer the same level of creativity, quality, and personal attention. Discover the possibilities at stonebridgeassociates.net or call 203-544-8376 today.
Wild Birds Unlimited.
At Wild Birds Unlimited of Brookfield, get expert advice from our certified bird feeding specialists. We offer always fresh, clean seed that will be sure to attract birds to your home feeder. Experience our excellent customer service. Open 7 days a week. Visit us at 317 Federal Road, Brookfield.
Wild Birds Unlimited. We bring people and nature together.
Join the HAN Network and Make-A-Wish Connecticut to help make travel wishes come true for local kids with life-threatening medical conditions. Donate your unused airline miles to the HAN Network's Wishes in Flight campaign. Over 70% of wishes granted involve travel, and your unused airline miles can help make kids' dreams become a reality. Plus, once you donate your miles to Make-A-Wish, they never expire. Donate your miles at ct.wish.org/HAN Network and help us change lives one wish at a time.
Back on the HAN Network at New Canaan High School in the press box above Dunning Field. And despite the rain, it is all smiles for the Rams right now. A 10-1 lead. They led 9-0. Campbell Armstrong had a hat trick in the first 2 minutes and 20 seconds of this one, as the Wreckers have just looked out of sync since showing up here to New Canaan.
Yeah, you could question that, arriving late had something to do with it, and it's just the rough start. But, man, Canaan, what a start. You talk about Campbell Armstrong, her start to that first half. You talk about a hat trick right away. Great start for her. Carly Bucci is outstanding as well. Everyone's contributing in some type of way. How about some great saves by Caroline O'Day as well? They're getting, great stops defensively. Bisciglia is playing well. Gianna Bruno is playing well. They're getting help from everyone, and everyone seems to be getting the ball and doing a great job offensively, possessing the ball, finding the open man. Doing a great job early on. Staples, on the other hand, has to come out fighting hard in this first half. There was signs late in that first half of life for the Wreckers. They looked good at moments, but 10-1, they have to find a way to climb up this big mountain that is 10-1.
6 saves, for O'Day in that half. And fans, don't forget that Make-A-Wish Connecticut needs your support this month to make wishes come true for children with life-threatening medical conditions. Throughout April, HAN and Make-A-Wish are asking you to donate unused airline miles to our Wishes in Flight campaign. 70% of 70% of wishes granted each year for Connecticut kids involve travel, and those airline miles make it happen. Unused Delta or United miles may be donated directly to the campaign by visiting ct.wish.org/HAN network. JetBlue, Southwest Airlines, and American Airlines also accept airline mile donation that support Make-A-Wish through their own airline mile donation programs. Directions to those portals are available on the HAN Network campaign page. Again, visit ct.wish.org/HAN network. That's ct.wish.org/HAN network to support a wonderful cause. And be sure to check out stories about local Wish Kids' dream vacations in our community newspapers all month long. Just a couple of days left to donate to that cause, as Ellie Fair will break through for the Wreckers to start off the second half scoring.
That's a good start for the Wreckers. Cutting into this deficit now, it's 8. They have to start poking away at this deficit here, and that's how you start. Nice goal to start off the second half.
10-2. That's the lead back down to 8. Bucci and Kirby on the draw. No, they've brought in Megan Johnson now to take over draw duties against Kirby. As here's Braden Dial looking to the front of the net. Pass couldn't get through cleanly to Bisegli, but a foul is called. And possession is awarded to the Rams. As Gianna Bruno will start it back up.
Yeah, there's nowhere really for her to go. Smart move just to kick it back out and regain possession.
Very few times have the Rams looked out of sync offensively. But this not the case, as a pass from Bruno is taken away. Battle for a ground ball. As they scrum for it at the 45-yard line, and coming away with that one.
One referee says it's Staples, the other says it's New Canaan.
Coach Woods can't believe the call here. Looks like it's going to go to the Wreckers, and that is the case, as Nicole Dienst will take over. Up ahead, working down the right hash marks. Hesitating for a moment and then spins back where Kirby receives. Crosses over the 5-yard line. And now into the end zone as she sits behind the cage. A goalie change has not occurred on either side. We thought we might see Cameron Blair get some action here in the second half with the big lead, but staying with O'Day as she picks up another save.
And O'Day, you got to keep her in. You know, she's playing so well. If you want her to continue to play well, especially leading up to the big game Saturday against Darien, keep her in. Keep getting her those reps.
She's got plenty of time and space here, but the pass just couldn't be controlled by Jane Charlton. Now battle for a ground ball, and Colleen Bannon comes away with it. Here's the second half goal scorer, Elise Fair. Sidestepping around Campbell Armstrong momentarily, and you can see the rain has picked up. And both teams struggling at times to keep that ball in the stick pocket.
That's going to be an easy call for the referee to make.
Big check delivered there by Gwyneth Thalaker. Now Kyle Kirby with a free position. She lets one go right away and beats O'Day down low. It's a 7-goal game with 21:17 remaining.
Nice shot there by Kirby. A little zip on that shot. Gets by O'Day.
Comes at the 3:43 mark. First time this afternoon the Wreckers have scored goals consecutively.
And this is a good start to the second half here for the Staples Wreckers.
And if you're enjoying this matchup, well, we've got great news for you. Tomorrow afternoon at 5:30 from Staples Stadium, we get the boys' version of this matchup when the Wreckers host the Rams. And then Saturday afternoon after the New Canaan girls take on Darien, we're going to see the New Canaan boys and the Blue Wave renew the battle for exit 37 as Kirby down low fighting to the cage and beats O'Day in the 5-hole.
What a great start here for the Wreckers. Now just like that, 10-4.
As Coach Woods is halfway out across the numbers and is going to spend a timeout. A 3:01 to start the second half. More high school lacrosse coming up after this.
Part of banking well is doing good. That's why, with the support of local community partners, Bankwell has launched the Bankwell Pet Adoption Project to boost awareness about the hundreds of animals in local shelters that need a home. And when you donate to the cause using the Bankwell self-service coin machines, we'll match your donation. For details, visit mybankwell.com/pleaseadoptme. Bank smart, bank local, bank well.
On time, done right, safe and reliable. MrHandymanCT.com.
Let our satisfied customers tell it.
I have called Mr. Handyman for every reason, every occasion, every broken item, every leak. They have bailed me out on many occasions, and I would recommend them to anyone.
For any project, large or small.
MrHandymanCT.com.
Coming out of the timeout, Staples scoring the first 3 goals of the second half. Coach Woods spending a timeout hoping to stop the momentum. We're going to redo this draw. That one didn't go well. They brought Campbell Armstrong back into the circle for the Rams. Megan Johnson has done very well for the Wreckers here through the first 4 minutes of the second. Now we're going to do this one more time, see if we can get it right.
And the Wreckers have done a really nice job on the draw, starting out the second half. I see Campbell Armstrong back in there. Seeing Carly Bucci take some draws as well.
This one will count as the third time's a charm, and the Wreckers come away with another ground ball. Controlling that one was Sarah Power inside to Bannon. That goes all the way across and finally lands back in the middle. We're working up ahead is Alexa Mysel. Had it checked away momentarily from behind, able to recover, and the Wreckers now looking to cut the deficit to only 5.
Found the Wreckers. I got to try and get into the hands of Megan Johnson.
As fighting through contact, this team is Christine Taylor. She scored the first goal of the afternoon for the Wreckers. I was back in the first half, though, in their lone goal in that half. Fair works around the right side of the cage. As Kirby comes around, trying to get inside. Couldn't dodge past Campbell, but did well enough to earn a free position as the foul was called. Just inside the left hash marks. The Wreckers have had O'Day's number here in the second half. We'll see if Kirby can pick up the natural hat trick. Working to the inside, and O'Day finally made a save.
Nice save there by O'Day. Kept that shot low. Great shot.
Coming back the other way, O'Day denied her again despite the whistle. She picks up saves 7 and 8. Stopping the bleeding here in the second half, but not quite out of trouble yet. going down low. Nifty shot there as Taylor picks up her second of the game.
Just like that, 10-5. The Wreckers coming to life here in this second half. After a rough start to this game in that first half. A great start to the second half.
4 unanswered goals. It is 10-5. And the Rams in desperate need of a goal at this moment.
They got to win this draw here.
It'll be Armstrong and Johnson again. Johnson has won her last 3. Ground ball opportunity, and Carly Bucci comes away with it. Over to Dial now. She'll slow things down behind the net. Hesitates at the goal line, and they work it along the left side, just underneath the numbers. And now it's back up top. Over to Ozimek. Seglia. All the way around. And here's Armstrong. Scored 3 goals in the first 2 minutes and 20 seconds, and then was held off the scoreboard till that shot as she just drove through to the front of the net and finishes down low.
With authority, Cameron Armstrong. Great shot and a great goal. Finally gets a tally in the second half for the Rams.
6 minutes and 22 seconds into the second half. The lead back to 6. And ends a 4-goal run from Staples. Frank Granito, Kevin Coleman, HN Network, happy to bring you girls lacrosse here in the FCIAC. One of 2 girls lacrosse games we will see this week. We are back at New Canaan on Saturday. Battle for exit 37. New Canaan and Darien, a rematch of last year's FCIAC championship. One of 3 FCIAC championship rematches we've got on the schedule this week, Kevin. The one we haven't mentioned yet, Darien and Ridgefield boys volleyball. We got to look at those Tigers last week. Still yet to drop a set this season. That's a great pass in front, and Dial finishes. What a look from Bucci.
Again, Carly Bucci with the vision. She's been ditching it off all game long, including 2 goals to her name, but she gets the assist there. Great finish.
More apples this afternoon than Granny Smith herself. That is her 4th assist, as that goal comes at the 18:09 mark.
Yeah, that's a great finish by Dial there. Just like that, they extend their lead back to 7. And I give these girls a ton of credit. And this rain is really coming down now. It's not easy to play through this, and they are. Give them a lot of credit.
As Armstrong has had success on the last 3 draws, Bucci has come away with all 3 of the controls. Spins around Colleen Bannon. And then pulls up looking for help. Has to circle back. And taking that one off a hop is Gianna Bruno. 4 goals from the Wreckers to start the second half. New Canaan has responded with 2 of their own. Pass out in front, great look. And unable to get all of that one on cage was Biseglia. Great defense out in front by Samantha Pasilio.
It looks like this foul is going to be on Biscaglia. It's going to be awarded to the Staples Wreckers.
What work there. Well done by Abby Najarian. Comes away with a ground ball, and the Wreckers able to clear.
And here's Megan Johnson. You see that speed she has.
Kyle Kirby controlling. Goes all the way around the cage from right to left, looking out towards the front. Trying to dodge, but she was walled off that time by Caitlin Hevesy. Out controlling here. Trying to get a shot off, and able to do so. Finishing was Olivia Troy. Back to 6 as New Canaan and Staples trading goals here in the second half.
A lot more life here in this second half from the Staples Wreckers. Great finish by Olivia Troy. She nets that ball on the far side. Nothing O'Day can do about that.
Game that was originally scheduled for 4 o'clock this afternoon. Postponed for a period of time. Rescheduled to 4:30. First draw was at 4:50. As the elements have been tough to battle through from the early morning today around Fairfield County. As Kev mentioned, kudos to these girls for toughing it out today. We are 16 minutes away from finding a winner in a huge FCAC matchup.
And, you know, it's not easy to reschedule games, too, especially with when the rain comes. And, you know, there was a lot of cancellations today throughout the FCAC and baseball, softball especially. So it's good that they can get this game in despite the heavy downpour. Again, ton of credit to the coaching staff and the players for getting it done today.
The Rams back on the attack. The lead cut down to 6 for the moment. Up top, now down low, as controlling is Bruno. Walking the line on the crease. Just underneath the 10-yard line, and now it's Bucci on the wing. And up top to Jane Charlton, who's joined the attack. She stepped inside, walled off by a double team, and retreats beyond the 20 momentarily.
See head coach Kristen Woods trying to plead for a foul there. Didn't get the call.
Job by Bruno to collect that one off the short hop. Dial looking out towards the front of the cage. One-timer opportunity. Foul called on the Rams as Bucci just couldn't convert. Huge save from Morrow.
Yeah, that's a huge save by Morrow. Once Bucci got that, it almost looked like it was going to be an automatic goal, but a great save. Keeps this deficit at 6.
Under 15 minutes remaining in regulation.
You see it again. There's that speed by Megan Johnson going through defenders.
Gains the box, wisely pulls up and allows the Wreckers to set offensively. She lets a shot go down low and a big save by O'Day, but the rebound controlled by the Wreckers. Kyle Kirby with it. Back on the left side, and here's Samantha Jabicki. Olivia Troy looking for help. Pass to the inside. Defended originally by Bucci, and then a stick up around the face of a Wrecker is called. That was Christine Taylor drawing contact. Free position from straight out. Shot towards the top of the cage. Might have slipped out of the stick of Naharian. Naples outscoring the Rams 5-2 in the second half. They've cut the lead down to 6. And before that shot was released, a foul called against Elizabeth DiMarino.
Big opportunity here for the Wreckers.
Christine Taylor, who already has 2 goals on the game, and again another ball that couldn't be controlled cleanly.
And again, that was a good defensive play by Bucci, showcasing she can not only do it on the offensive end, she can do it on the defensive end as well.
Great passing here from the Rams as they're able to beat the pressure from the Wreckers, at least gain midfield for the moment. But that's as far as they'll go. Intercepting that one, Samantha Pacilio. Up ahead, looking for help, and she will pull up to slow things down. But a rough pass that time, taken away by Bucci.
You see Bucci readjusting her goggles there.
There was going to be contact there, so we've got a penalty coming up, and it's on the Wreckers, second one of the afternoon. It goes against Olivia Troy. 2 minutes of a man advantage opportunity for New Canaan with 12:05 remaining. They lead by 6 and potentially looking to close the door on any Wreckers comeback.
Looks like per hour was offsides for the Wreckers.
That's the correct call. So they reset along the goal line of the football field, pass out towards the front. And then a shooting space fraction called. So big opportunity here for Brooke Dean. Stepping towards the front, pulls up, goes behind the cage. Bucci working towards the front of the net mouth. Blocked off there, a flag up in the air. Cross check called. So Carly Bucci with a free position. Towards the front, shot to the top right corner, and she scores.
It's a hat trick for Bucci. Great afternoon she's having.
It is 13-6 with 10:58 remaining and 45 seconds still to go on the man advantage. New Canaan scored the first 9 goals in this game. Campbell Armstrong scored the first 3 in just 2 minutes and 20 seconds. At the 15:56 mark, Christine Taylor finally got the Wreckers on the board. And it would be 10-1 at the half if the Rams added one more. 4 goals to start the second for the Wreckers, and then 3 of the last 4 going to the Rams, and the lead back to 7. This is a 13-6 New Canaan advantage. This one up ahead to Colleen Bannon.
And Frank, right now, looking ahead on Saturday, there is potential rain in the forecast.
Don't say that to Mike Suppy. Young man's got big plans for Saturday. Can't be having no rain in that. As Fair swivels her way through a double team. 10 minutes to play. As a pass out towards the front just couldn't be controlled. Straight out of the box was Olivia Troy trying to pick up a goal. As Hevesy, that's Caitlin, tried to get rid of that one. Took a stick up around the face.
This is a big week overall for a lot of these FCAC teams who, now it's starting to get midpoint of the spring season where, we're going to see a foul called here.
It's going to be a penalty as well, it looks like. As heading to the box is Samantha Jabicki. And you're right how big a week this is. We've got some great matchups with championship rematches from last season. Stanford and Darien put on a show in baseball yesterday, but really what stood out to me out of yesterday and then moving into the rest of this week, everything has got that playoff feel to it now.
Right.
There's tension. You're seeing the top teams in the conference separate themselves. We are under 3 weeks now till the FCAC postseason starts, Kevin.
It really is crazy to think about. Time's flying through the spring season, and, time flies when you're having fun. We're having a lot of fun covering these games.
Great look by Bucci. Better save by Morrow off the shot from Julia Ozimek.
That was a great pass by Bucci. Great save by Morrow. And it just feels like this week alone, Frank, with these matchups, it has that playoff feel to it. This game, it's a big matchup. You talk about for New Canaan. They have a tough stretch coming up, and for Staples, they'd love to get a win on the road, especially at New Canaan, to help their chances of, after failing to reach the FCIAC postseason, this would be a huge stamp for them to get in, and a big opportunity here for the Rams.
Great job by Braden Dial intercepting that pass, but an active stick from Nicole Deans broke up the 2-on-1 opportunity with Gianna Bruno. Under a minute to go in the man advantage. 8 minutes, 20 seconds remaining in regulation. Still a 7-goal Ram lead. Heavy rain expected to fall for the duration of this one and into the night. We could see some more showers tomorrow morning, but for more on that, tune into Coffee Break at 11 a.m. with Kate Chaplensky.
I believe Frankie Forecast may make an appearance.
May or may not. We should have highlights from this game along with all your local news stories that you need to see. Got Connecticut Pulse, CT Pulse for you tomorrow at 12:30, and of course Nutmeg Sports at 2 o'clock. Before boys lacrosse tomorrow afternoon, 5:30, New Canaan and Staples from Staples Stadium. Kevin, you and John Kovac going to be on the call for that one.
Yeah, that's another one on this list of games this week on our slate that it's gonna have that playoff feel. Staples and New Canaan, it's really gonna have a good playoff feel to it at Staples as well. Big test for the Rams, of course. They have that big game on Saturday against Darien, and boys and girls lacrosse programs from New Canaan have a tough stretch, and it starts today and tomorrow, and then on Friday, of course, we have our big volleyball game, and Saturday is the day. I think this. Once Sunday arrives, we're going to look back and realize what a great week we had here on the network and a great week overall in the FCIAC.
It's a great week to get you into the swing of things as we hit the month of May and the spring postseason. Next week, we've got Danbury and Stanford in baseball. Those are teams that are going to be fighting for that 7th through 8th position in the FCIAC picture as a shot here and a save by Morrow off the free position for Bucci. Then Tuesday, Wilton and St. Joe's in boys lacrosse. Both those teams coming off FCIAC postseason appearances.
And I'm excited to see Wilton in person now. St. Joe's as well. Those two teams could really surprise some people, I think.
Wednesday, then, softball, Ludlow and Darien. Darien, the huge win yesterday, the walk-off in the 8th inning against Stanford, who was undefeated going into that game. Darien has taken over the top spot in the conference in softball. And we'll have baseball for you next Friday. And then one more week after that before we hit the postseason. We've still got golf to be covered later on this spring. A lot going on here in the FCIAC as we get closer and closer. And of course, everything culminating with the road to Harbor Yard. As that's just one of the best venues we get to see all season, and so fitting the FCIAC ends their spring baseball championship right there.
Speaking of New Canaan, they're having a great start to their baseball season. That's a team, that we could potentially see at Harbor Yard. That's the beauty of, especially with the baseball season. Once you're in the playoffs, it's open to anyone. It's that one-game feel. You have to bring your A game to every game. It's not like you're playing a series. It's a tough stretch, but New Canaan definitely has the talent. They proved it so far. It's really going to be a fun finish, and it's an exciting time for New Canaan baseball.
You mentioned the Rams off to that 8-0 start. They lost their first game of the year yesterday, 8-1 to Trouble. They ran into a talented young man in the pitcher, Ben Farrow, allowing only 4 hits to a Rams team that was averaging 11 runs a game. We got to see Farrow deal 8 innings in a win against Darien in a rematch of the FCIAC championship just a couple weeks ago. Took a line drive off the head about 10 days ago or so, able to come back and keep dealing as the goal is going to count. That is correct, yes. The goal will count, Kevin, and there's going to be a foul awarded as well, I believe. So it is 14-6. Dial credited for the goal, and Bucci another assist.
Dial getting on the club with the hat trick. 3 goals to her name. I mentioned it before. It seems like everyone's playing their role, which is why they've been playing terrific today. A little bit of a slow start coming out of the locker room, but doing a great job here in the second half. I've been most impressed with Carly Bucci, number 23. She's really the playmaker, you can tell. She's getting everyone involved. She's got the assist total. She's got the points total with goals scored.
Just such a complete player, though,
Yeah.
Kev. When you think about, we've seen her facilitate on the offensive end. She's finished when called upon. She stepped in and was able to win draws, and she steps up defensively as well.
She has, and that's another thing I forgot to mention. You know, she stepped up on defense. She really can do it all.
She controls here and sends behind the cage. Waiting eagerly for that one was Brennan Dial. Campbell Armstrong and both Lauren Bisegli cut through the front of the cage. As Dial takes it herself, though, completes the wraparound, walking the line of the crease. 4th goal of the afternoon, and the lead back up to 9, matching its largest total.
What a big-time goal there by Dial. Uses the wraparound. Nothing you can do as a defender there. Nothing you can do if you're Morrow. Great job there by Dial, using her speed. Gets around. Nice finish.
If the Rams are going to be successful, though, this season, Kevin, this is the recipe for that success. If they want to complete a 3rd straight state championship in Class M and look to knock off the Blue Wave in the FCAC, they're going to need huge performances like we saw today from Caroline O'Day. And the big names on this roster have got to step up and lead the way.
Well, you look at Saturday's matchup, O'Day, has to continue playing well like she has today, coming up with some big-time saves. This game could have maybe been a little bit closer, but O'Day has really shut the door down on the wreckers. And, Campbell Armstrong has to continue playing well on the draws. I think that was a big success today for the New Canaan Rams. Bucci has to come back and play her A game like she showed off today. And even Biscegli, who you see with the ball right now, I thought she's played really well today. And, everyone's kind of doing their role on the offensive end. And if they can keep pace with the Blue Wave on Saturday, I expect that to be a fantastic game with a fantastic dramatic finish as well.
As Dial gets space and time again out in front. Her 3rd in a row, 5th on the game, and it is 16-6. That goal with just 3:16 remaining.
Braden Dow, she's feeling it right now. She's got the hot hand.
A 10-goal lead means the clock will run until the Wreckers are able to cut the deficit to single digits or there is an injury. For Staples, looking ahead, you've got Rye New York up next. That game's at home. Then Trumbull before taking on Wilton. You've got Greenwich also looming on the schedule. So a couple of big games remaining for the Wreckers, but by no means do they not belong in the playoff conversation. I think we're going to see them in those final 8 of the FCX tournament.
Absolutely. This is a talented team. I think that's probably one of their biggest goals coming into this season was we have to reach the FCAC postseason. They go up against Rye next. That's a tough matchup. A lot of these New York teams are very talented lacrosse programs. They go away to Trumbull and Wilton. Boy, those are 2 games in a row on the road that are going to be challenging for them, but winnable as well. You talk about at home for Stanford. They should win that game. Another game that's intriguing to me on this schedule is Fairfield Ludlow, and it's at Taft Field. Ludlow, a talented team that doesn't get enough credit here. They could give Staples a lot of trouble. And you talk about that Greenwich game, and they finish off against Danbury. So, a lot of these teams that are fighting to get in have a bit of a tough stretch down the rest of the schedule here. But these games are winnable for Staples. They have the talent to do it.
As there are just over 90 seconds remaining in this one. And it was an unusual day for Staples across the board. The game was postponed to tomorrow. Then you've got to come back. The bus is delayed. A shortened warm-up for you. It's just, I don't think this is a 10-goal difference of a game. What we saw at the start of the second half was the best example of the Wreckers team we can expect down the stretch here.
Right. And, you're right. I think that the fact that this game was originally going to be postponed, then it's back on, then the bus arrives late, that puts a damper on a lot of teams, which, you saw that slow start. That's what happens. When you arrive late, you don't have enough time to warm up. They only took 1 lap around the field, and they had to get ready to go. So not a lot of time to warm up. They couldn't really pass around a lot. But, again, this is a very talented Staples team.
As Colleen Bannon strikes with 45 seconds left, Wreckers looking to end on a high note here. Christine Taylor will be credited with the assist. at 24:15 of the second half.
And, this is a very talented New Canaan team. So for Staples, this is a bounce-back year for them. While it's frustrating to go out on the losing end, there have to be some positives they can take out of this. Looking back at the film, they can learn from it going to the rest of the schedule. And, you never know. Once you're into the playoffs, it's wide open. So Staples, still has a chance to kind of adjust some things and get back into the scheme of things and, maybe make a run at it.
Under 40 seconds remaining as Carly Bucci splits through a couple of defenders. Pass down low. Dial thought about shooting there but pulled out instead. Up ahead, and here's Taylor with it now.
Nice pass.
Kyle Kirby now with 15 seconds on the clock, and the record strike one more time. Down low, Olivia Troy. Shot was stopped off the post and bounced back in.
Wow.
Off O'Day. Ricocheted around and pass. I think it might hit both posts.
It looked like it also hit her cleat as well, and you just see that lacrosse ball just dribble through the crease.
So 2 goals in the final minute as the Wreckers garner a little momentum.
And I like what I'm seeing here for Staples. They're not giving up here. They still have a good fight in them, even though they know they're going to go on the losing end.
13 seconds to go. We'll scrum for one more ground ball, and there'll be at least one more whistle blown with 7 seconds remaining.
Both teams fighting hard here.
Kirby off the reset. Takes a peek at the clock and is trying to get to the front of the cage. Lets a shot go that O'Day can make a save on and hold on to as the clock strikes 0. New Canaan jumped out to a 9-0 start, and it was just too big of a deficit to overcome. The Rams winners 16-8 at Dunning Field. Kev, your final thoughts before we step aside for the final time.
I thought it was a great evening for the New Canaan Rams. A good way to get ready for Saturday's big matchup against their arch rivals, the Darien Blue Wave. A huge boost of confidence, I think, for Caroline O'Day. I thought she was great net-minding this evening for the Rams. I thought, Campbell Armstrong and Carly Bucci were the two that really stuck out to me the most. I thought, Braden Dial netting 5 goals. She was excellent as well. Offensively, I think they have it figured out. Defensively, they were stellar. For Staples, they'll bounce back. We expect to see them in the postseason.
Final score again, New Canaan 16 and Staples 8. We are back tomorrow from Staples Stadium 5:30 for boys lacrosse. New Canaan and Staples one more time. This whole week culminating up, though, for the big matchups on Saturday, New Canaan Darien. For Kevin Coleman, I'm Frank Renito. We'll see you tomorrow morning, 11 a.m. Coffee break with Dave Chaplensky on the home of FCX Sports, the HAN Network.